Good morning, Principles of Management Online. A couple things I wanted to just encourage you. You have a couple more weeks left in this semester. For the most part, I think everyone has done fairly well in this class. Um, Week 15 we have started today, which will consist basically of one chapter. We were working on chapter 14, which is managerial control. Just continue as we normally have. We will not have a weekly discussion, but I will post up a video which deals with work ethics. Don't have to discuss anything on that, just to require you to view it. I do have a couple of things I do want to talk about. So we basically have two more chapters left, 14 and 15. I will open that up. I know a lot of you might have other classes that you're working with and are going to need some time to study and focus on finals. So I'm going to open up the last 2 weeks today, give you an opportunity to sort of ramp up and finish off the semester as quickly as possible and be just focused on the final. Our final is scheduled to take place in a couple of weeks. The final is composed of 5 questions from every previous chapter. So all the questions that you are going to have in your final exam, you at one point or another have seen them. So nothing should come as a surprise. If you have any past due work that needs to be made up, this is the time to let me know. Please do not go and do something that's past due without receiving an extension. You will not receive credit for that. You need an extension. I have to go in the system and actually individually extend that chapter for you. So make sure you communicate with me which chapters you need extensions on. I know I've had some people ask if they could redo a chapter. That becomes a little trickier, it becomes a little harder. But we can work on an individual basis on that. It depends on what happened or how it worked. If you've taken the test twice, it becomes very difficult for me to add a third test on there. I can't do that unless it's an extreme reason why that's happened. But if you haven't done a test, you've somehow fell behind, and you still have your 2 available opportunities, then I can extend that test. You can take that test and be able to do well. Either way, the only other thing I wanted to talk about is the survey that has been emailed to you. I've noticed that there's some students that are still using their old email. And I think that old email eventually will be canceled out. Make sure you are using your new email that was issued at the beginning of the semester. It's usually like your first initial, your last name, and I think your last 6 digits of your student ID. If your email is not in that sort of standard, you are using a old email and might not be getting all the emails that we have sent out. I recommend you check that out. Your new email should be your first initial of your first name, your last name, and the 6 digits of your ID. In that email, you should have received a link to a survey. It's important for us to make sure we get that done. I have in this class, we have a total of 27 students, and 14 of you all have responded, which I appreciate. There's still 13 students missing out there. I did send out another email with the link and the instructions on how to get that done. If you may, I would appreciate that. I thank you for that. I know it's been a long semester and it's been a lot of work. And I understand that, and I do recognize your hard work, and a lot of you have put in a lot of effort despite the craziness that goes around in your all lives. And I do realize most of you are working, and some of you have families and other things going on besides school, and this is just one portion of a big thing that you do. Either way, I encourage you to continue on. You know that I'm a strong believer in what the educational process is. For some of you who have had me in a hybrid class, you know my little soapbox speech about Dalton being recognized as the 2nd least educated city in the United States. I believe we are going to break that trend. I believe that you will break that trend. I believe that you will be part of an elite group in this city who are educated, who are professionals, and I encourage you to continue on. And you have 2 weeks left in the semester, and whatever I can do to help, please let me know. I am here to help you through the process and through the journey. Consider me as part of your cheering team and your partners to try to get you through this program. 2 more weeks, guys. 2 more weeks, 2 more chapters, and a final. We can do this. It's been great. I've had great conversations, great discussions. Just keep it up, all right? If you need anything from me, my number is 706-272-2952, or you can always email at largetta@gntc.edu. Have a great week, guys. Looking forward to the end of the semester and seeing some of you all graduate. So keep it up. We'll talk soon.